Hello everyone, back again. I'm doing a random video react to Ikoria Lair of Behemoth's official trailer, Magic the Gathering. Okay, I didn't know that Silent knew anything really about Magic the Gathering or whatever. I've played a couple times and it's kind of a very slow-paced game, which can be nice from what I realized about it, but it's kind of one of those things, like, I already have enough problems and I don't need to get into more. Okay, so we have some demonic spider type thing, okay? Whistles, and this dragon looking creature came in, now they're fighting. Okay, you got a big mouth. A lot of people have big mouths. Figuratively. Oh, better turn the volume down. Get a copyright strike or something. Oh, yeah. And you know what? I'm just gonna say this here. For anyone who's not, that anyone besides Silent Castle, because he already knows, we talk about this stuff all the time, that basically YouTube is a bunch of scumbags. They're scrubs. Their system sucks. Like, I want to really try to get people to understand more than just me complaining and whatnot, because people probably take a lot of things that I'm saying as, oh, you're just complaining or whatever. Da, 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 da. No, the point of what I'm trying to do is get people to understand things and whatnot. And, well, that was on 2 times speed. There was really nothing to that video. I mean, they're just a fight, okay? So, I mean, I'll come back to my topic here. I got a 10-second video. It's called "If You're Gonna Call Me Cute." Nutshell animation.
If you're gonna call me cute, then you better. Stop.
Okay. Sure. Now this one's called Midir Laser Beam versus Dragon Lord Plissu Sax Laser Beam. Which one is better? By Pure Hollow. I don't really like how dark the game is. I get, like, it's at nighttime, it's the whole occultic type thing, you gotta get your dark crap in there, but the dragon's shooting out laser beams. Okay. It's kind of hard on my eyes and stuff, too. It's a lot of movement, and I don't do well with a lot of these games. I'm used to playing games that's not a whole lot. Okay, it wants to know which one's better. Tell me what that's gonna get you in life, though, pal. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So this one's called The Pacific Cinematic Part 1. I don't know how many videos we have, um, and so forth. Silent Castle's been wanting me to work on this, and I'm trying to do it. For many reasons, I haven't been able to do it. We got the German bunker. Okay, I mean, it's hard for me to, like, you have to really shut your brain off. Like, I have to shut my brain down a little bit just to try to enjoy a lot of things, and it's kind of difficult, because it's like, I don't want to shut my brain down all that. Like, when I'm hearing this stuff, I want to go and talk about something bigger. I want to talk, like, I don't just watch something and enjoy it. I want to go and explain it and teach people and actually have conversation about things, not just, oh, what a what a cool cutscene or whatever, or so on and so forth. Like, it's just not my thing. It's like you're limiting yourself, and I don't believe in limiting myself in that way. So it's just a bunch of guys talking. Like, this is not my... I don't really do this personally myself, so I don't really know. Call of Duty Vanguard. Okay, I've heard of it. Okay, we've got Season 3 Classified Arms, something. That, and sometimes if I read the titles, it can give it away, which you can win and lose with that, because, there are a lot of people that clickbait and all that type stuff. I can't stand that crap. Even if you don't really, if you purposely leave information out of the video, in a sense, I consider it clickbait. There's varying levels of clickbait, but it's varying levels of annoyance too, because I just want to watch a video. Like, don't bait me just to watch a video. To me, maybe you should have better content, and then you wouldn't have to clickbait. So, that's just my opinion. And they know that some people will fall for it. It's like, you don't have to fall for it. Like, don't fall for it. Okay, gotta get their swearing in there. Oh, jeez. If only people knew. Like, it's all like, oh, these are the bad people and this and that. It's like, these people are beyond what you're even comprehending. These people are sick, just demented people that like, there's a lot of people out there that if they knew stuff like I did, I don't know what they would react, like how they would react and whatnot, because it's just so wild. But it's a lot more than just, oh, we went to war and this and that. It's literally all these countries work together and whatnot anyways, and they just, oh, for crying out freaking loud. Just give me a minute here. I know I'm going off into 10 different tangents at a time, but this is what I do. So, I mean, hopefully you get something out of it. I'm just talking. So, basically, I mean, it's the same thing. It's been the same thing for how many years? It's just people don't pick up on it. It's all these countries work together and whatnot, and the leaders, they don't care about anybody in the world, and then they pride everybody up and go, oh, my country's so great, your country's bad, you're doing this and that, and then they plan out their little events and whatnot, even if they don't have to exist. There's no proof of half the stuff that even is believed to have happened or supposedly does happen. You don't see a whole lot of things, but it's all in the mindset that they know because they've done experiments on people and whatnot for many decades at least, about how the brain works and how you do something, you traumatize people and whatnot. I wasn't really going to go into MK Ultra and Project Monarch and whatnot at the time, but I pull up a video. The next video here is called Operation Monarch, which Project Operation Monarch, um, let's just say, in a PG sense, is literal mind control, and people don't understand what that means and whatnot. There's varying levels of mind control. There's literal mind control, and there's tactics of mind control, which is basically what, like, the news and stuff does. They tell you lies and whatnot, and they traumatize you and whatnot, because your brain is, in a sense, is just like a computer, and if someone screws with your brain in a certain way, either literally, or they just constant negativity and putting you down and whatnot, it actually does affect your body, even if you're strong enough to think otherwise and whatnot. Which, people do need to have stronger backbones and whatnot, but there's certain things that it's like you can't help it. Like, I don't want to go too necessarily deep into it, and I don't want to necessarily give every detail that I know, mainly because um, it's not really one of those things that is one of the most fun things to hear about and whatnot, but I mean, it's part of life, so it's like the more you know, the better the more you can prepare for in that type deal and know what you're going up against, instead of just going, oh, everything's fine and everything. It's not that way all the time. But yeah, basically, there's different levels of mind control. It's easier to literal mind control people at a young age and whatnot, so they do that on children and that type deal. So a lot of these, most, if not all, really, these celebrities and whatnot, that people, like, they just blindly worship everything they do and whatnot, it seems like. And it's like, I enjoy some of my stuff and whatnot. I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect or anything, but there's, you know, once you know stuff, you stop enjoying things to the same degree and whatnot. I've never really been a person that really was like a blind type worshiper type person for celebrities and whatnot, or any of that stuff. Like, I used to have a lot of different hobbies that I don't anymore. Like, I lost interest in a lot of things, especially when you learn stuff and you're like, okay, this is literally wasting my time trying to get me to believe something or not believe something. Like, I used to be a big sports fan and whatnot. I lost interest in all that when I realized how fake it was and scripted and etc. And people don't believe all that. But, I mean, you can go from sports to news to anything. Even weather scripted. I mean, even, like, Silent Castle knows his stuff about weather and whatnot, but he didn't know about the whole, he never really said anything, at least, about, like, weather modification and stuff like that. And it's like, Well, if you know that kind of stuff and you can put out information, go for it. Like I would have been interested to hear that. I want to know this stuff. And so like we were talking about weather and different things and I was throwing about a lot of information out type deal and we just kind of came to the conclusion like I sent him some a call for an uprising videos and he claims that he's seen several of them. I don't know if what has been seen, what hasn't, but he's shown some people some stuff. Like I just feel like to me enough is never enough. Like you just keep on going. You just keep like I don't just give up on things. I try my best to keep on going even when I don't want to do something and that type deal. I don't sit back and relax too much about that kind of stuff and whatnot. But we came to the conclusion about weather modification. I've known this stuff for many years and I had trouble for years because it's not, in a sense, it wasn't really I cared too much about people's reaction to things. Like my opinions of me or whatever. It was more along the lines of I was worried for other people and whatnot. And they were, you go around people, especially in the last few years, and they're already freaking out and whatnot. And I mean, the fear and all that kind of stuff, the conformity, the submission, whatever you want to call it, has been very, not just repetitive, but it's been contagious, I guess. It's one of those things where one person does it and then everyone just believes it. That's part of mind control. That's literal, like, mind control. But people don't understand what that means because they don't have the information. And I'm not saying, like, oh, I'm better than anybody or anything like that. I'm just talking because I know my stuff. And it took me a while because I was like, yeah, I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know how to word it and whatnot. And I just said, you know what? It's too important. I'm just going to say my stuff, and I know that there's a lot of truth to what I'm saying. I know that things that people could say, well, you can't prove that. Well, first of all, the reason why a lot of people deny a lot of things is because they don't want to believe. They don't want to hear something. And frankly, it's because a lot of them have trouble with reality. They don't have the backbone and the effort. They don't want to do any of that stuff. So, I mean, there's plenty of times I'm around people all the time and I talk to them. I go in and out of this stuff a lot, but for the most part, I try to stay as consistent as possible. And they pretty much have to listen to me. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of this. Whether it's jobs I've had, that type deal, where I get to talk to someone for 30 seconds or we can stare at each other and we can not talk and etc. etc. And I'm not really the biggest fan of this whole thing that I do where it's like, oh, how's your day? Da, 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 da. Like, I really, like, that's not my main concern, frankly. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say there, but about that. It's just like, then everybody starts knowing you and whatnot. It's just like, it's kind of weird. It's one of those weird things, but I'm gonna probably keep on doing it because one, it's habitual, two, it's just one of those deals where things are how they are right now, and I do care to a degree, but there's a lot more important things than just small talk. I've never really been a big fan of small talk and whatnot, where it's like where people like you say something about the weather because it's clean, it's quick, it's whatever. Oh, the weather outside. Well, you know what? How about this? You say something about weather, I'm going to tell you. Oh, okay. What about weather? You know about weather manipulation? Do you know about how the CIA admitted that they do that? Do you know about how they purposely don't let people grow crops anymore? How they spray the skies with chemicals to kill many different things, hurt crops, cause cancers, different things like that. Yeah, it's big stuff. There's a lot to know. It's like the more you know, the better off you're going to be. But you got to have the effort and the strength to do it. And I'm a very educated type person on this stuff. So it doesn't make sense to me. And it's kind of annoying that people both close to me and not close to me, they don't really take me for, they don't use me for what I'm good at. Like, why would you not use something it's like a good resource. Like, I'm a good resource. Why would you not use me for as a good resource for that? Like, that's one thing you should be doing with people is if they have information or whatever about something, you take that information and you go, okay, I can kind of see what you're saying here. You know, you just talk, and then if someone doesn't understand or whatever, you can just keep, you know, I just keep trying with people because there's a lot of people out there. I feel like they give up on this kind of stuff. They're like, oh, I was okay, I was good at this, you know, I understood my esoteric knowledge and all that kind of stuff, and then it got too depressing, or oh, nobody was doing anything about anything. Yeah, there's so many people when you talk to them, they're like, well, what are we supposed to do? I gotta get back to work. I gotta go play a video game or something that's not really doing anything for me. Like, I'm not really getting a whole lot of, you know, important stuff out of this, but, you know, I'm just passing my time, you know. You only got so much time, pal. I'll tell you that. And so I try my best with people, the most I can. And for the most part, I just kind of say things and do things. I don't overly think too much. I used to think a lot and whatnot, and now it's like if I think to do something, I generally just do it, like pretty quickly. You know, within reason at least. There, don't be picky about how I'm saying stuff or whatever. Like, be smart about what you're doing and whatnot. But if you wanna, you know, say something, then you probably should, or whatever. You know information or whatever, and I mean real information, because it's not just information is one of those deals. It's not just where you go, oh, well, I know this because the news told me that. Well, first of all, I can go, like I've always said, if you've ever listened to me or know me or whatever, you know that I can go into several different topics, and I've went off topic, I think, for a good 10 minutes here or so. But you know that I could make several different videos and whatnot, but I physically don't have a whole lot of time to do it. And frankly, I'm not the best person in the world to understand this stuff from. I try to give channels out and stuff like that, people who have better resources. They are better on staying on topic about that kind of stuff and whatnot. But at least if I can try to lead people in the direction of understanding stuff, because people don't might not understand that the lead in is like, if I can just lead them, that's a good start. And it's not just, oh, well, that's not important, that doesn't affect me, da 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 da, you know, whatever excuse people choose to do. It's bigger than me being right. It's bigger than um it's a lot bigger than, well, why do I want to know that, like that kind of stuff. Because people don't understand how deep it goes and how everything connects. You could pretty much say any topic of anything, and I can connect that to why. I can tell you why that's out there. I can tell you why people believe this and that. I know a lot of stuff, and I've been pretty out of touch with a lot of stuff in the last, say, 6 months or so, more or less maybe. Um, just between being busy and stuff like that, I sometimes try to catch up and that type deal. Um, I mean, it's a lot of it's the same thing. Like, I understand a lot of it, and I try to keep up, but I know a lot of basics at least. Like, even if I can get someone to understand some basic knowledge and whatnot and see why that matters and how to counteract it. That's my point. My point isn't to go around going, oh, things are so bad, you should be upset, da da da. My point is to do the opposite of that. Knowing this information is important because you don't fall for things anymore. Like, you see a news story, you hear people talking about something, you know that they don't know what they're even talking about anymore. Like, you realize that, and then you go, okay, well, here's a chance. Okay, I can see why you think that, because you saw on the news at some event or whatever happened, but I can tell you 10 ways why that's factually false in that type deal. And it's not like, oh, I'm better than you, or oh, this or that. It's like, I don't worry about that stuff. I just kind of do my thing. And yeah, I mean, I went on a pretty good tangent there, but I guess I'm gonna start up this video on Operation Monarch. I'm running through my phone battery here. I'm only charging one device right now. I'm charging my tablet here, and I don't even know when this will get uploaded, but I'll give this a try here. Try to run this for a little bit. This is a short video anyways. Oh, phone. I remember one of my old buddies was telling me about how they were talking about MK Ultra and all that on Call of Duty and all this crap. I was like, wow, it's embarrassing. But that's part of the system. That's part of the belief. They have to tell you what's going to happen in advance. Okay, so we have King Kong versus Godzilla with some kind of overlap in a Call of Duty. That's just cross marketing and whatnot. We can get Call of Duty fans interested in King Kong Godzilla, and we can get King Kong Godzilla fans interested in Call of Duty. Oh, we got Godzilla trying to do the Superman punch. Okay, that's nice. Okay, cool. May 11th. That's great. I'm sure there's some kind of numerology witchcraft behind it too. Oh my gosh. This is what people do with their life. Like they sit around and they review videos and they talk about games and all this stuff. Like I remember when I was younger, I wanted to do like kind of like a free range, like a fighting type game or whatever, like a wrestling type deal, and I had the mindset to do it. It's like, but how was I ever going to do it? And then you realize you don't get involved in that kind of stuff. You have an idea like that, your idea gets stolen anyways, if you understand the system. So you just focus on things that actually mattered, more or less. Okay, I got nothing out of the last couple of videos. Maybe it's because I'm talking, maybe it's because it's on 2x speed. Like, I don't understand what's so great about this stuff. It just kind of feels like time going down the drain. Which is another reason why I multitask all the time. People don't multitask and then they're behind me. You wonder why they don't have stuff like I do. How they're not set up in a better sense. Call of Duty Warzone, free content update. Okay. Stupid ads. What is this stupid... Of course it's alcohol. Of course they would market that to video game people. Alcohol and food. That's, yeah. Sit around playing video games, get fatter. And lazier. Don't think they don't do that stuff, too. They market to that crowd. They know that's the whole point. There's so many different... There's a reason for why everything exists and whatnot. To make you sicker, to make you weaker, to make you lazier. To make you mentally not feel as well, etc., etc. To get you normalized to how things are about to be. Everything, you know, based on electricity and whatnot, and you can't go to the stores and whatnot, you can't find people to work and all that kind of stuff. You know, I can go in so many different things, and everything connects. That's why I go into so many different things. It's like, I understand that it's confusing and whatnot, and it's a lot to take in. It's not, my stuff isn't concise and to the point, but it's a start to get people to think. Okay, some stupid Netflix crap. I can't stand Netflix. Oh, there's Libe the train. Okay, this is Jurassic World, some kind of animated Camp Cretaceous, whatever it's called. Okay, we got a black dude. Okay, there's a bunch of characters hiding from a dinosaur. I think I'd rather deal with the dinosaurs than people that we deal with as it is. I wish a dinosaur would come and get those people. That'd be a fantasy of mine. I'd make a good story on that one. Oh no, the dinosaurs are attacking the Rothschild Palace. No more Federal Reserve. No more taxes. No more conformity. Oh, what a scumbag. They can't get through. Poor dinosaur can't get through the dang electric fence. I don't see why they're not running. Like, what would... I don't understand this. I mean, I guess at least they're kids. But it's still pretty embarrassing. I'm just leveling up my Pokemon here on Omega Alpha Sapphire or whatever. Fighting the Elite Four with my level 100 Lucky Egg Mewtwo. Jack, I believe this was Silent Castles. He caught on X and Y. Mewtwo, and it's really good. It's got, like, was it 400 something special attack or something? He must have trained the crap out of that thing. And then that's without even Mega Evolving. So I'm just pretty much stomping through everyone. See how I'm doing this? I'm recording, and I'm playing my game here at the same time. Okay. Because none of this really takes a whole lot of brain power at the moment. So my focus can go in different directions. You gotta know what's good and what's, you know. Okay, I didn't really get much out of that. Gotta get your watch hours and all that crap. Just... that kind of crap turns me off. It's like, I don't like supporting that type nonsense. I try to support YouTubers and whatnot, because I understand that they're kind of screwed on YouTube. Like, YouTube sucks so dang bad. Their systems and whatnot. It's not even people doing it. It's their algorithm and whatnot. You can't talk about things and whatnot. But come on, guys. Like, don't make it hard for me to support you. That's all I'm saying. Like, make your titles better. Talk about, you know, stuff that matters. That type deal. Okay, we got a big dinosaur chasing another dinosaur. Oh, stepped on a dinosaur. That would suck. Don't think you lived through that. You got stepped on. No, it was pretty darn close. Oh, he's eating a little dinosaur. Okay. I don't really get it. Okay. Sure. I just don't really have the attachment. Okay, this might be cool. Dialga versus Lugia and some kind of Blue Eyes thing. The title. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I don't want to give it away. So Dialga and Lugia are two of my favorites. I like their color schemes. You know, they're pretty cool. Not necessarily two of the best legendaries, but they're two of my favorites. They're up there. Why not? Frankly, they're just kind of power crap. They're just not as good as the other ones. I mean, to me, it's funny. It's funny if you cast things. See, I haven't been thinking about casting. If I was casting these, it'd be a lot funnier. Okay, so Lugia just like used a beam type move and sent Dialga to the next dimension or whatever nonsense. Okay, Dialga took a bump. He's back up. Wow, no sound like John Cena there. Of course, it wants to flip out, buffer, eyes twitching. It's great. Sleep and stress and whatnot. Causes eye twitching, amongst many other things, and many other reasons why my eyes would be twitching and whatnot. Nerve pain. There's Blue Eyes, apparently. I mean, it's cool that people can do this. Like, I don't do this stuff. I feel like there's better things to be doing, so I don't do it. Okay. it's just they're fighting. Cool. Like, I'm more into, like, in Pokemon and stuff like that, I'm more into the stuff that doesn't really have to do with battling and whatnot. I like the collecting and the nicknaming Pokemon and building things out sometimes, finding items, that kind of stuff sometimes, as much as battling and whatnot. It's not one thing for me. So this is Dark Souls 3 Ringed City. Ringed, I assume. Hell Fight Spear of the Church boss fight. Of course, you gotta get that in there. Some blasphemy, damn cultist scumbags. I've been really liking saying scumbag lately, because really realizing how many scumbags are nearby. It works a lot better. Try not to swear left and right. Like, that's another thing that turns me off. A lot of clickbaiting type channels, they go, oh, I gotta swear and scream and whatnot. It's like, how about I don't do that on purpose? Can I just, like, be myself and not over-exaggerate so many things? People think I exaggerate as it is. I don't need to make it worse. So this dude has a sword and he's smacking people. Okay, cool. I don't want smacked with a sword. That's about all I have to say about that. I'm not really into, oh, the graphics. And it's way too dark, first of all. I don't like that about it. Probably not good on the eyes. Not good on the eyes. Yikes. I mean, there's a lot that's not good on the eyes, I suppose. My Tang didn't even evolve. Put my level 100 Lucky Egg Mewtwo, and I brought 6 Pokemon in, 5 other Pokemon to level up. And I'm playing a Alpha Sapphire that basically I just got recently. Yeah. No. Long story short, no, this is the one I got for my birthday at Silent Castle when I went out and hung out on my birthday last year in 2021, because I named my guy after that. Okay, so I just won. Now I got the amulet coin. That's cool. I already have about 50 of them, but not literally, but not on one game. Oh, okay. Well, I probably got the last starter then, because after you beat the game, you keep getting starters for a while. The last one I got was the Piplup, Turtwig, and Chimchar, and I picked the Piplup because that's the one I needed the most right now. I could make eggs of the other one. Okay, Dark Souls, something about dragons, and do people not realize it's the same thing over and over though? That's all I'm saying, you know. Okay, sure. I'm kind of working on my Pokédex here. I've been catching some love discs and stuff like that, getting heart scales. I probably caught about 50 of them in the last 2-3 days. Used the suction cup ability, I believe Sticky Hold, and there's maybe some other abilities that help you catch, to get Pokemon to show up on your line. You go right there on Evergrande City, Super Rod, and there's only 3 Pokemon that show up. I wish it was just the one, but it's not, so I'll take it for now. And then I save, and then I go and catch the Pokemon. You can just, I suppose you could just do the thief thing, but I kind of like to catch the Pokemon too, because then I can trade them over. So it works for me one way or the other. So I'm not too upset about catching them. You just keep restoring, keep stocking up on your items and that type deal. So I got a couple things to evolve and whatnot. I got Joltik to Galvantula, and Venipede became Scolipede, Croagunk to Toxic Croak, and Corphish to Crawdaunt. Like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with it and getting things to evolve, level up, whatever I can do. Sometimes I like to have one of each Pokemon. It just depends, because I just move stuff from one game to the next and then restart them at some point. I just, my anxiety goes pretty wild here because, like, enough is never enough for me, and it keeps me motivated to keep going on things. But I'm not gonna say it's not annoying at times. So I've got some different things that I can evolve. Most of these Pokemon that I can evolve, though, are like, they evolve at such late levels, and it kind of sucks. Because, like, my Metang, I started at 25 and it only got 20 levels. So, I mean, I can't really be all that surprised when things don't evolve. So, I'm just gonna do it again. Made a little bit of money here. I don't even really... I think I used like 2 Hyper Potions the whole time. I got about... Without the Amulet Coin, I got pretty much the equivalent of about maybe $63,000. So $63,000 approximately is 50 Ultra Balls or 50 Hyper Potions, less than that of Revives, 4 stores, Max Potions. Like right now I have 116 Ultra Balls, 88 Hyper Potions, no Max Potions because I don't really need them really that badly right now. So I have all this money, and I don't really need it all to use a whole lot. Then I can, since these games are done, then I can move these over to a game that I've just started or whatever, and then help that game get quicker through it. I've kind of given up on the whole, oh, let's make it fair or whatnot. I just want to get through the game quickly. I just want to get to my legendary, catch the legendaries, restart, all that stuff. And X and Y has that thing where on, you know, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, you gotta chase that thing down 10 times or whatever, bullcrap. Like, I get that they're trying to make it harder. I'm not trying to complain, but it's just like, it takes so much time. And if they didn't do that, I'd be able to get through the game, like, a lot quicker. I'd be able to restart. But there's a lot of positives to that kind of stuff, too, so I'm not gonna be too upset. I choose to not be too upset about it. So, these videos here, it's just guys fighting with swords, okay? Or there's a guy or some kind of creature fighting other creatures and whatnot. Sure. Okay? I don't know how many videos I have to upload. I probably have a lot of backlog stuff I need to do. I don't have internet at home right now. Don't really plan to. So I have to do this like when I'm out and about. So when I go somewhere, I'll do that. I'll use my resources and try to upload while I'm at a store or something. If I'm even long enough somewhere to upload, I try. It takes a long time to upload and whatnot, especially if you were to do stuff. And that's why I don't edit videos and thumbnails and this and that. I really don't care that much about my reach and whatnot. This isn't something that I do to make money and all that kind of stuff. I don't care about all that. And I'd probably be shut down a lot easier. Like, me flying under the radar is kind of nice, even though the system still, you know, can shadow ban you and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that's the last video for random video reacts for now. I want to see how many more videos we have. I try to tell Silent to send me a bunch of crap, and I try to do it. Oh my gosh, he's got me to react to some of our old stuff. Oh my gosh. And I don't even remember a lot of this stuff, so I'll give him credit. Like that's the good thing is he does different things than me, so it works out. But we definitely aren't 100% into the same things and whatnot. So I'm on 35 of 59 right now. Was the video, and I got pee like a dang, like no other right now. And so what I was saying, if you're even still with the video, about YouTube and whatnot, was there being a bunch of scumbags, the silent, and he's trying to do like channels and what, like he's trying to build out a channel and all that kind of stuff. And I keep trying to tell him like you're gonna have to build multiple channels out is what I recommend for people because I have a ton of channels. And a lot of them aren't necessarily organized and whatnot, which kind of is a downfall, but I don't really care because at least I'm making content and I really don't have a whole lot of time to care about a lot of that kind of stuff. I make content and I upload it and it is what it is. Sometimes I don't know what it is and I upload it and I end up realizing I put the wrong title in or I don't get the best title or whatever. It is what it is. So, I mean, people need to stop being so dang picky too. I understand. But yeah, basically, I hope you guys support Silent Castle and whatnot with his stuff. It's hard for him to do anything, and then it's even harder when YouTube wants to be a bunch of scumbags. So, you know, we have a good time making fun of YouTube because they're such low hanging fruit. Like you have to go after them. Like they want to bully everyone basically. Well, we can bully them right back. Who cares? You know, you're only a victim until you're not. You can't really be a victim if you bully back. You know, you don't go along with their crap. And I understand they give out strikes and all that stuff. Well, that's why I have a bunch of other channels. Because you know how many times I have a strike sitting on my channel? And then I'm like, well, this strike's there for 3 months. So then I have to change up my content and make new stuff and all that kind of stuff. Whether it's interesting to people or whatever. I try to make a little bit of each content and do what I can when I'm available to do it. And then like I'll try to upload, like if I'm out doing something, I try to keep videos in my watch log and being able to upload, because then if it's easy to upload that stuff when you're somewhere for hours at times and you're not really using your device. You just plug it in, you start uploading stuff. As long as the device and internet and all that stuff wants to work on that given day, then sure, it goes pretty well. Sometimes it takes hours to upload a video. Like this video might take me at least an hour to upload, being 40 minutes long. And, then the more you put on here, sometimes it's short videos. I like to make shorter videos for people sometimes. If I can make them shorter, I do, which I understand some people like the shorter stuff, some people like the longer stuff, but it is what it is. I try to go in and make playlists and that kind of stuff. It's like my mind doesn't stop moving, and there's never like enough time and so forth. And really, like, I could use help from a lot of people, but I don't get the help. So Silent and I help each other out the best we can with that kind of stuff when we can. I know Silent and I are real into the playlist type thing. We like to organize things, and I try to help with his titles and that kind of stuff. Like he's trying his best. Like just give him, be patient and whatnot. Like we're all here trying to work together and whatnot. He makes stuff trying to help you guys with all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be a good thing for him. Also to do, if he ever gets time, is to help out with, like, when he's playing a game or whatever, trying to show you, like, some how to do stuff and explain things. Because sometimes it's hard to find stuff. And between the bait titles and all that kind of stuff, and, these people make it very difficult to do things. Even like people I like and whatnot, they can't just write in the title. Just write in the title, this is where you catch this Pokemon and how to do it. Not how to catch this, how to catch that. It's bait. It's just trying to get you to click on the video just so you watch it. Whether they give you the information or not, I'm going to have an issue with it because you don't have to do that. You can make it easier on people. Like, if you're that sad of a person that you need to bait people to watch your video, That's pretty embarrassing. You should be able to put how to get Charizard or whatever, you know. This is how to get Charizard. I understand how YouTube's algorithm works and all that type of crap. I don't like typing in how to get this and that. I like to just be able to find the video and whatnot, and we'll just go with it. Meaning, where you're trying to get your Charizard or whatever, okay, so, well, let's say Charmander, because realistically, I don't think you're going to catch a wild Charizard. That would be pretty hilarious, though. So, like, ways of getting Charizard in certain games. One game, you get him as a starter in certain times. I believe you get the egg of Charizard on Sword and Shield. So instead of writing how to get Charmander or Charmander egg or whatever, right? Charmander egg is available after beating Leon and going to his house. That's so much more informative than how to get Charmander, or catchable by this is catchable and by this method. Method meaning, you know, you actually write the method. You don't literally write by this method. You write the method how to do it. So if you need PokeRadar, if you need to beat the game, you need to do all that stuff, put as much information in the title as you can. You have 100 characters. Like, you can do better. Do better. That's what I'm saying. I do what I can with it. And frankly, I know where to get a lot of stuff. I'm not the best person to do it, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do it. But I'm good at that kind of stuff. Like, if I could just fix people's titles, that would be a big thing. It's been a pet peeve of mine for a long time. And I've calmed down on a lot of different pet peeves and stuff. But they're still annoying. Like, don't make things hard if you don't need to make them hard. That's all I'm saying. Jokes aside. I want to say insert joke. That's, wow, yikes. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. I think that was a pretty good start to a video. I wasn't planning on it being this long. Cool. Like, why not? So, hopefully someone enjoys it, whatever. Put a lot of time and effort into it, one way or the other, and just kind of talk. What's wrong with that? I wish I could get Silent Castle and just be sitting in the car or whatever, just say something, just talk about whatever. You know, make private videos, whatever you want to do. There's ways around it. I don't like to make excuses and whatnot, where, oh, I don't want to do this, or oh, I don't have a topic or whatever. A lot of times I'll be sitting in the car or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, well, what can I be doing? Because I get tired of, like, finding something to listen to and whatnot, and all that, and I like to multitask and whatnot too, so I try to multitask as much as I can and so forth. But hopefully we can keep going with that. I haven't actually heard from Silent in a little while here. Don't know what that whole situation is, but hopefully we can get back on track and make some plans and you know, work on some more YouTube and that type of stuff. Just work on a lot of different things and just always have content ready and thinking about what to do and whatnot. And it's tiring and whatnot, but we keep doing it and we try our best what we can. So I reckon that was a pretty good start to at least a long video today, and we'll see how many more I get to today and in the near future. But, you know, like usual, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you, and we're definitely going to keep going. We got a lot of ideas, at least I do, and we're going to screw over YouTube because they're going to keep on wasting our time and all that kind of stuff. Well, we'll just make a bunch of backup channels and whatnot. You keep striking them, you shut them down, you do whatever. We're just going to keep going. You know, there's a lot of people put in a lot of work and whatnot, and then they can just be taken down, and that's complete bullcrap. You know, and it's not even like Silent Castle's not even talking about stuff like I do, where even though you're following guidelines and whatnot, they still have a problem with it that way. But he's just like putting like shorts and clips and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I used to do that, and when I did that, you'd get views and stuff necessarily sometimes, which is kind of embarrassing because people should be wanting to do more than just look up clips and stuff like that. But also, it's just one of those deals where the algorithm is always pretty much going to say copyright, uh, not strike, but they can. I don't know if you can get warnings or strikes that way. I don't really remember getting a whole lot of strikes and stuff. Usually they just take it down, but it's still time and effort that you're doing and whatnot. And it's like I just keep on going. Like that's the best I can do. You can't guarantee it's going to be the best stuff or whatever, but I sure as heck will try to make content one way or the other. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I think we're good for now. And I need to charge up some stuff anyways, so should be more to come very soon. Have a good day, guys. Love you. Bye.